Hey, how's it going, folks? So the Kubota sold. I put it up on Craigslist, and within 36 hours it was sold. So it's a real clean tractor. Took good pictures of it, and the very first caller was a serious buyer. So he came, took a look at it. We negotiated a little bit, and agreed on a price that he's happy with, I'm happy with, and yeah, so guy seems pretty excited about it. Drove it around, he had a big old smile on his face, and I know the feeling. So for the next upwards of maybe even a week, I might not have a tractor around. So that's kind of a I feel weird. I don't want to use this right now because it's sold, the money's in my account, and so I don't have a tractor right now, and it's might sound weird, but it's kind of a vulnerable feeling, and I really don't like it. So yeah, the Kubota sold. He's getting himself a good tractor. I hope he's happy with it, and I hope it lasts a long time for him. So some other updates here. Oh, well, while we're talking about tractors, I did find a tractor that I'm very interested in. It has a few kinks that they need to work out. I told them I wouldn't buy it unless those issues were resolved, and so they're working on it right now. It is a 1999 Agco Alice 8775. So it has the Cummins 5.9 32 by 32 trans. It's a power shuttle, and what else? It's overall pretty straight tractor. It's got 2,600 hours on it, and yeah, I'll put a picture up here. And yeah, real good looking tractor. So we'll see what happens. It has a third function for the loader, and it has a grapple on it right now for picking up round bales or logs or whatever. For logs, it looks a little bit light duty, so it'd probably be fine for whatever I'll be picking up. Firewood size stuff, but yeah, so it's got the third function, and it has 3 sets of remotes just like this. It's got 5 wheel weights on each rear wheel. I'm not sure what each of them weigh, but they look pretty hefty. I'm gonna guess 100 pounds or so. No fluid in the tires, which is fine. I drove it around, seems like a good tractor, but anyway, so we'll see. I'm gonna bring it home. Considering it's a 100 PTO horse, it's pretty good size for what I'm used to. And so normally this is where I put my implements, obviously. So I just got done. I sprayed this all down, weed whacked it good, sprayed it again, got 2 yards of wood chips, put that down, and so it's looking good, looking clean. But I'm thinking the only place I'm going to be able to fit this tractor to store it over, to store it in general, is going to be here. So I'm going to move the hay rake out to the back of the property. I found a home for it next to the harrow. Drum mower I'm going to put in the shop because that needs to get rebuilt. So I'm going to rebuild that, probably do some videos on it, and I'm going to see if I can leave the hay bob right where it's at. So if I can leave it there, hopefully I can still hook up to it. I measured the tractor today from the rear of the 3-point lower links to the front of the bucket is 22 feet. So we're looking at, I'm going to have to raise the loader up all the way, but if I don't, we're not a whole lot of room here to move around. So hopefully I can keep the hay bob here, and one of my winter projects I might do, I'm not sure yet, but I kind of want to restore the International number 14 rake, but that's a whole nother story. So I got the tank in place. Here's the pad that I poured. Went and bought a little battery to run it and see how she does, and it doesn't work at all. So did a little bit of troubleshooting. We have power coming all the way up to the motor leads, and so the motor seized. As you guys can tell, it's pretty bad in there. It got some moisture in it over the years, probably just burnt the motor right up. So that's kind of a bummer. The rest of it's in pretty good shape, the gun, the hose, the filter and all, so I'm probably just gonna buy a new pump just by itself. They're about 250 bucks, which that's kind of a shame. I was just hoping that this would work, but you know, it's all right. You know, nothing goes perfect, and that's just how it is. So it'll just be nice to not have to hand pump it or build a stand for gravity feeding. So yeah, I got my my vent installed. So other than the pump, this thing's ready to go. I set up an account with my my local fuel delivery company, and they got me a $2.51 a gallon, and that's for anything over 125 gallons. So in a way, I kind of wish that the tank was a bit bigger. So this Agco Alice, the fuel tank on it's 42 gallons, I think, or 46 gallons. So even with this full, you know, I'm only getting you know, 4.5 fill-ups out of it. So but we'll see. We'll see how things go. For what I do, just light duty application for that tractor, I'll be able to use the 540E mode, where I can get my 540 at 1500 RPM instead of 2000. So hopefully I'll be getting the ride comfort and the beef of a 100 horsepower tractor, but only have the fuel cost of a 75 horse. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm justifying a tractor that size. So I want to give you guys a quick calf update. Of course they're not they're not hanging out by the food like they always are, but we'll say hello to them. So the calves are doing real good. So they're putting on some pounds. They're not getting as thick as I was hoping, but they are, you know, dairy breed, so I'm dropping gloves everywhere. So here's number 54, Cookie. Hey Cookie. Hey cows. Usually Cookie likes to come up and lick my fingers. There we go. Oh, it's a good cow. That's good cows. Hey, Brownie. Number 50. How's it going, bit boy? So, this one's really calm. He just kind of hangs out, does his thing. Number 54, he's a bit of a screwball. Yeah, real happy cows. Everybody's doing good. The antibiotics did the trick with him. Haven't had any coughing. Every once in a while I'll have a cough, but sometimes cows just swallow something that's not right or whatnot. So yeah, happy cows. They seem to love the little pen that I built for them. They love it back here. This is their main hangout. But as you can see, the shed got moved. We kind of changed the pens a little bit. So I'm gonna build something new. Still debating on whether or not to build it out of wood and galvalume, or just to get the doggone it, I always blank out on what these are called, the corral panels, and build a 12 by 12 corral panel shelter. So we might end up doing that. Okay, so like I was saying, we changed the paddocks around a little bit. So this fence used to go right up to there, and so we have one run and the other run. But what we noticed was this side of the barn is just too small for two full-size horses. So we move Cody, the pony's old shed, back into Cody's pen, and this is plenty good size for a pony. So this is perfect. The water's close by. I put a T or a Y in on the hose, so now we can just quick run a hose over there and do whatever we need to do, or bathe the horses. So yeah, now Bailey and Homer get the whole barn to themselves, and Bailey's kind of a space hog. She doesn't like Homer being too close when they're in the barn, so We can feed them individually during the winter, and it's just going to work out a whole lot better. So this is really nice. We used to have a T-post, I think it was like right here. So that was like a, I don't know, maybe an 8-foot little gate that we had. And so getting the tractor in and out was kind of a pain in the neck. And with this larger tractor, there's no way that was going to work. So this, opening this up and only having one gate to go through is, man, it is just going to be nice. So yeah, that's about it. Box are good as usual. Just about time to let them out. A couple of them are molting. So we're going to have some scraggly looking hens. This year I think we lost three hens. I think 3 hens this year, and last year we lost 2. So part of the deal, and we have a couple broody hens in there too yet. So anyway, guys, that's the update for today. Middle of next week coming up, I'm going to make a video on the Agco Alice. Assuming they get it out of the shop. I told them, well, like I said before, I'm bringing it home for a few days. If I don't buy it, I'll just pay them per tack hour that I had it. And if I buy it, then I just keep it here. So, but I'll do a good video on that. We'll do a ride along and kind of go over some details of it. But, well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Much appreciated. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, maybe you might want to think about it. You guys take good care, and we'll catch you on the next video.